To all the leaders and future leaders, welcome to my channel. Today's video is all about what it takes to succeed as a manager with specific details on what a good manager does. The 3 tips for new leaders that I'll share today will give you insight on what a good manager should do to get in good with your team and manage well. So if you want to know what makes a person a good manager, or if you want to answer the question, can you learn to be a good manager? You're in the right place. My take on 3 essential skills for managers will help you become a leader that people want to follow. Hello everyone, I'm Jabaria Scott, an online leadership coach and consultant. Welcome to Drive-By Conversations, the best place for new and emerging leaders who want help navigating challenging conversations in the workplace. Today, we're talking about essential skills for new managers and what it takes to succeed. Now, there are a few basic skills that people who are in management positions or hope to be in management positions will need to cultivate in order to maximize their leadership potential. The first essential skill for managers is learning how to manage performance. This means that you know how to accurately assess how each employee performs their job duties to ensure that they meet the requirements that your company has set for each job role. One key skill to develop is the ability to assess how the employees who report to you perform their job duties. First, let's talk about what performance management is and what effective management of performance looks like for a leader. According to UC Berkeley's Division of People and Culture, the definition of performance management is as follows. Performance management is an ongoing process of communication between a supervisor and an employee that occurs throughout the year in support of accomplishing the strategic objectives of the organization. The communication process includes clarifying expectations, setting objectives, identifying goals, providing feedback, and reviewing results, end quote. I believe that this includes letting staff know what they're doing well and regular coaching conversations to address performance concerns. And a big part of that is holding employees accountable. Now, believe it or not, there are a lot of people in management who hate doing staff performance reviews or annual evaluations. They find the feedback part of the job challenging, and they would rather skip this part by avoiding it altogether. Here's what you can do if you fall into this category. Try making the performance review and feedback process less about your anxiety and more about the process of simply assessing each team member's individual performance based on your company's evaluation standards, systems, and the specific job performance metrics. This makes things less about how you feel and more about whether or not the person meets the requirements of the job and whether or not each team member is performing as they should. Effectively managing employee performance will allow you to monitor good performance and quickly identify signs of poor performance. When you recognize those signs, you can do something about it before it becomes a problem for you and the rest of your team. Following job performance metrics will allow you to coach and nurture people on your team so that you can retain top talent for your organization. Leaders who avoid these encounters do this with the hope that poor job performance will work itself out. That kind of avoidance behavior doesn't help anyone. It's important for employees to have a clear understanding of how well they perform on a regular basis from their leader. Leaders should acknowledge good performance and identify areas of concern so that employees have an opportunity to improve their performance. Be sure to check out my video called 4 Things That's Stopping You from Being an Effective Leader, and it'll give you a little bit of information of why performance management is important and why coaching conversations shouldn't be avoided. The second essential skill for managers is identify and address training needs. Seeking professional development opportunities will be important to your personal and professional growth as you advance your career. Continued training will fill gaps in knowledge as you gain management experience, and it will also help you to effectively lead teams so that you're successful in supporting your company's mission. In order to manage talent, you'll also need to ensure that your employees continue to develop professionally. While continuing education is important, knowing exactly how to make the request for you and for your team can sometimes prove challenging. So if you've ever felt uncertain about it, don't worry. I have a video series on how to request training, and I also have a free resource with tips on how to make your request in a way that'll guarantee that you get your training approved. I'll leave both links in the description box below. The key takeaway here is that continued education in the form of workshops or seminars, webinars, tutorials, or what have you, are ways to make learning a new skill a part of your weekly or even monthly routine. This will help you to keep your mind sharp and keep your skills up to date. It will also go a long way in helping you to make those huge changes and progress in your personal and professional growth. The third essential skill for managers is be a leader that others will follow. This means that as a leader, it's important to model the way. This basically means that you demonstrate the kind of positive workplace interactions that you want others to follow. Leaders can encourage and inspire those around them to act with integrity by showing others what it looks like on a daily basis. As human beings, we often mimic the actions and behaviors of those around us. Let's think about it. How do children learn how to swim? They're shown how to float, and they mimic the steps for moving through water until they're eventually able to do it on their own. This sort of social learning behavior also happens at work. For example, if employees notice that their leader doesn't show up to work on time and doesn't meet deadlines, team members may believe that they can do the same things due to it being a very relaxed work environment. The reverse is also true. If leaders demonstrate that attention to detail and a respectful workplace are top priorities, employees usually fall in line as a result. Here's how you can be a leader that others will follow. A. Stay consistent in your actions. As the popular saying goes, actions speak louder than words. People watch what we do far more than we notice. So remember that as a leader, your character is always on display. And then there's B. Your actions should also align with your words. The important thing to remember is that what you say should match what you do. Whenever there's a misalignment between your actions and your words, you lose trust with your team. A quote by Albert Einstein sums things up for us. He says that setting an example is not the main means of influencing others. It is the only means. And I agree with him. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and share this episode with a colleague or a friend. And if you want to know a few more essential skills for new leaders, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell, because in my next companion video, I'm going to share 3 key things that leaders should do first to get ahead and stay ahead. As always, have a great week, be kind to yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.